Hey everyone, I want to welcome y'all to another installment of G's Cloudy Conversations. Okay, adding the fake applause may make this sitting in a room and talking to myself seem a little crazier than I want it to be. But we're not going to try to dive into that. Unfortunately, we had some scheduling delays for the main episode, so y'all get the pleasure of hearing me ramble on about some silly thoughts I have throughout the week. But before we dive into that, I want to thank everybody for listening and giving the feedback that I have been. And if you have anything that you want to add or anything you want to say about the podcast, send us an email, let me know, put in a comment. But the main thing I want to ask you folks, if I have made you laugh, if I'm gonna make you laugh, if I'm making you laugh right now, share it. You gonna share the damn crazy ass post and fighting? You gonna share the bullshit quote that's got your favorite actor's picture on it? Share a laugh. Let somebody else hear this silly bullshit so you ain't gonna be the only one that has to. But now that I'm done groveling for my little exposure, let's get into the fun stuff. So, I'm gonna start this tangent off with a little story. We used to stay in this place called Parkview Terrace. I think elementary school at the time. And there was this kid that swore up and down he could fly. And I get it. We all said kind of dumb shit when we was kids and pretend to be Power Rangers shit. Me and my cousins got into many Super Saiyan fights because of Dragon Ball Z. Like plenty. But this kid legitimately he would just come up and be like, I floated down to breakfast this morning. But every time you asked him, like, hey man, won't you fly up there to the top of the monkey bars or something like that, or something like, because the way Parkview used to be, it'd be all the apartments circled around this like little playground area. So all the little kids out there playing who lived around there. But every time we asked, he'd be like, well, I used it all up for today. I, I used it all up for today. But so we pressured this kid and son. So he decided one day he was going to prove us wrong. He really did. And what killed me is I truthfully believed with the confidence this kid had at the time that he was going to fly. Because it was these big old swings. I'm talking about like tall swings. Well, they was tall to us at the time. So he shimmied up them things and he's standing on top of there, and I'm like, kid might actually just take off. It did not happen that way. you, and it's hard to pretend like you're Superman and you can have all these powers if you end up with a broke arm and your mom whips your ass in front of everyone for jumping off the damn swing. So, with that thought on my mind, I was like, I wonder if people took that belief, like, that childhood belief, like, oh, maybe I could use the Force, or maybe I could be Spider Man. Because, look, I am guilty, and I know all you are, so don't you damn judge, of doing your little hand with the upside down rock star shit, trying to shoot webs. Uh huh. And hell, I went into my early 20s, trying to grab cans and remote controls and shit from across the room with the Force. May have looked dumb, but I tried, and if it would have worked, I wouldn't have told any of you. But, but no, yeah, it took that belief that, oh, I have superpowers, oh, I could do something like that, into their adult life. And I started researching it a little bit, but one of the main things comes up with something about schizophrenia, and I don't have the credentials nor the platform to speak on something like that without getting canceled. So I'm not going to talk on that. So we're just going to talk on fun stuff. Like I actually stumbled across this guy called Red Ranger on TikTok, and he has a bicycle helmet, and he goes not bicycle motorcycle helmet and body armor and stuff, and I guess he goes around all vigilante style and shit. So I'm thinking, one, I can't help but to think of the Batman scene, with the multiple Batmen and hockey shit. But two, we are only two, three rich people getting the same idea as Red Ranger and them to having some DC Marvel like Superman, supervillain shit. And I and I hope I can see some shit like that because I don't live in big cities. That shit happens in big cities. And I don't know if you would have to have like some special kind of insurance because that's some shit I think about when I'm watching like superhero movies and shit. It's like, who covers your car when the Hulk throws it at someone? Or like when Superman sends somebody through your apartment with a punch, like it, the rates have to be ridiculous. And you know what people don't think about? The downside to these superpowers and stuff. Like, do you know how tedious every conversation has to be for the Flash? Hell, Professor X, he has to hear every negative thought people have about the handicap and the bald that anyone ever has. Superman gets too drunk, high fives his buddy at a party one night, boom, arms gone in the next yard. Hell, and the worst of it, poor Peter Parker, he ends up having a web dream and that shit's all over the walls and everything else. I mean, really think about it, folks. There's a lot of superpowers you just wouldn't want to have. And truth be told, there's a lot of us that don't need fucking superpowers. Y'all remember those fucking, what was it, Static Shock? Bunch of gang banging ass supervillains. I'm telling you, that my crowd growing up, we would have got some superpowers. That's exactly how it would have been. There would have been no superheroes. It was straight villains. I don't know if that says anything about where we were growing up or who we were, but I digress. Because, hell, truthfully, I definitely ain't the one you want to give superpowers to. I ain't gonna say I'd be a supervillain, like flat out, take over the world or nothing. But I'd be definitely looking out for numero uno, son. My days of paying for shit gone. Don't let me drive by your house and like it, cause you don't live there no more. But seriously, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what. Since we're on the topic of superheroes, you know what really like fucked with me as a kid? I've always been a big fella, always been big bone. Dress it up however you want to. You can put lipstick on a pig, but guess what? But I was real big into comic books. Still am. Like I love the whole comic books. I love the movies. Big DC fan. But you didn't have many like good representations of big people in comic books. And don't get me wrong, I pick on everybody. Everybody's equal opportunists. But I mean, really, everybody who was built like me, you either got the Penguin, Kingpin. I mean, Mr. Incredible a little bit, but he tried to get back into shape and shit. I mean, even Dr. Robotnik, that was, yeah, Eggman, Robotnik, wherever you grew up watching it. That's a bit. And think about it. How many villains have you seen in like comics and shit that were fat people, even in cartoons? Oh my god, Even a Stephen King. Look, everyone hates fat people. You shouldn't. We're delightful. I'm kind of funny, and you know what? I'll have a good time with you, but that's kind of depressing. I really like Stephen King. But yeah, every fat person in his books get picked on and talked shit about. Every superhero. Wow. Hold on, folks. We're gonna look at this. We're gonna see what the list of fat superhero names are. Just to tell you, Fat Man, the human flying saucer. That is your number one. Not Batman, folks. Fat Man. We have a character called Big Bertha. Oh, Big Bertha. Fat is her superpower. She was part of the West Coast Avengers. Oh no, member of the Great Lakes Avengers. Uh, she had super strength. Oh, okay. Of course she would be from fucking Wisconsin. Big Bertha, the superhero from the Great Lakes Avenger from Wisconsin. Oh god, hey there, Bob, you want some pie? Oh, and of course, we've got the Blob. He was a he was also a very very upset young man about being called fat. I can attest to a little bit of that. The little fat boy rage. Hey, if you let us get your hands on it, you got it. But you run around in a circle. My little big ass was tired. Oh shit, folks! Spider-Man from Earth X is a chubby fella. He even got the little belly shirt and everything. I don't know why it says Peter Parker. I haven't read that comic book, but it's nice to see, I guess. Oh yeah, folks, this is my new favorite character right here, Bouncing Boy. His whole power is he's a big old fella that just bounces around. That's why folks don't think like fat people hurt when they fall. Like, nah, this isn't the fucking cartoons. I don't bounce. The shit is a whole lot more shit hitting the ground at one time. That's all that is. Okay. Okay, I like the Watchmen. Night Owl 2, I guess they said had a beer belly. He kind of looks like somebody's stepdad, to be honest with you. He just drinks a little too much on the weekends. And I guess we count Thor from the MCU, but if you're only fat for a little bit, you can't really be in the category. You have to be lifers like the rest of us. Okay, there is a fella called the Fat Fury. I don't know if y'all have thought about this, but that may be my new nickname, the Fat Fury. Hell, fucking yeah. Okay, so this one he was shown in Forbidden Worlds number 73. He's a rather unattractive young man. I guess that's because he's big, assholes. He got a lot of power though, but they said he's irresistible to. Oh shit, he's irresistible to women and being more powerful than Satan. That Fat Fury fight Satan? Fuck it, I would absolutely read that comic book. All right, folks. The Blimp, and he's he's a DC property, so I'm a little upset. He's a DC property. Oh, that's fucked up. They included the Green Hornet because Seth Rogen played him. Oh, they assholes. I guess you got the Fat Cobra, Fat Mama. Okay, I don't know none. Yo, they got a what if Iron Man was fat and he's sad eating McDonald's. Okay, that's the epitome of fat sad is staring at yourself in the mirror eating McDonald's. Why the sausage links that's in your bedroom just cascade. I have been living fat wrong my whole life. Iron Man has got it right. I would have to get my decorator on that shit. But seriously, I would feel bad if I made y'all listen to all this bullshit without teaching you absolutely nothing. So, I'm gonna shoot a couple random facts at y'all. Y'all, baby, look, they're worthless, but they'll never leave you. So, did y'all know the first mask superhero that mush mouth is just kicking this evening? I don't know if y'all heard that the whole podcast, but my lips are having an argument about working today. But the first masked superhero to appear in American comics was known as the Clock. No clock superpowers, no time. Hell, the son of a bitch didn't even wear a watch. He wore a fedora and a silk hat, with a silk face mask thing, like a handkerchief with holes cut out of it. Think about the scene of Django, but just make it silk looking and black and not as racist. But and he fought crime like a regular detective, like Batman, but just not as cool. But another odd fact to all the Superman fans out there: did you know that Superman was once mind controlled by a villain named Sleaze? And he even got him to record a sex tape. I don't know what issue that is, but there's some weirdo in his mom's basement that has that in all plastic, and he is very, very proud of it. Another Superman fact that's just going to stick with you is there are 20 types of kryptonite. I know we've all seen, the green glowing rock that just makes Superman faint. Well, there's a pink kryptonite that makes Superman gay. I I really feel like the person who wrote that into the comics was just checking to see if the editor was paying any fucking attention. Like truthfully, it, you had to be really coked up, which if you look at these old publishing companies and stuff back in the day, and comic book, yeah. But what? How many other things did you exhaust to be like, all right, this rock right here, gonna make him like dudes. So here's something that's gonna haunt your dreams and thoughts for a couple of days, because I promise you it's gonna haunt mine. Michael Jackson wanted to play Spider-Man so bad in the 90s, he was gonna buy out Sony. Now I really want you to let that sink in. Like exactly what kind of movie we would have got if Michael Jackson would have been Spider-Man. Like this would have been an exact scene. Like, Peter, are you Spider-Man? No, no, that's ridiculous. No. Hey, my impressions aren't terrible, but they're not the best either. So we're just gonna have to sit in the middle, just like the podcast. But oh man, oh, but truthfully, I think I might have given away the Tobey Maguire movies just to see Michael Jackson fight William Dafoe. I feel like that would have been almost exactly worth it. No. Here's one that threw me way off. So, in the Marvel comic universe, Hitler, terrible guy, killed millions of folks, whole reason for, almost World War II basically, is still alive in that universe. his brain is in a supervillain named Hatemonger. And when I tell you folks, they amped up on just how vile this dude is. He is in a basically purple Klansman uniform with a big H on his head. And after learning about this character, all I can really think at this point is I want to see the pitch for an MCU TV show or something like that dealing with Hatemonger. That fucker is not gonna be on screen in this time. the way we are now, that some bitch is not getting any screen time. So I'm in this barrage of random and almost useless facts with two about my personal favorite Batman. Forbes listed Bruce Wayne's net worth at $7 billion. So I'm just saying, I wish my last name was fucking Wayne. And my final and my best one. There is a Batman college course at the University of Victoria in Canada. It is described as the extreme range of adaptability of the human body explored through the life of the Cape Crusader. It is a fitness course and that uses Batman as a study case. I've never wanted to be Canadian, but I'm willing to take this class at least once. I'll get this credit. I'll just get this credit. But I appreciate everybody for taking the time and letting me chat with you about this random bullshit. And maybe you walked away with a laugh, maybe you walked away learning something, but either way, we had a good time, right? If there's anything you want to add or anything you want to say about the podcast or something you would like to hear on G's Cloudy Conversations or on our main podcast, The Rabbit Hole, you can contact us at trh.comedy95@gmail.com. That's trh.comedy95@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment down below. Until next time, I hope y'all be good now.